Hello everybody, my name is Eamon Lester and this is a short recording outlining the forthcoming Modern Web Applications and Services module to be delivered in Regensburg this October-November. I'll walk through the course outline a little bit, give you an idea of an assessment, give you an idea of the major blocks we're going to cover, and I'll also start by introducing myself and the institute from which I come. I come from Waterford. It's a city in the southeast of Ireland here. It's the oldest city in Ireland, fourth or fifth largest in the country. Well-known city for historical purposes, a bit like Regensburg. Your beautiful city remembers its Holy Roman days, while our city harks back to Viking times and was first established as a city in the first millennia. This is the institute where I work. Waterford Institute of Technology. We have 10,000 students, 1,000 staff, multiple campuses, well established here, first incorporated about 1971. One of the initiatives unique to the college is the Internet of Things degree, development which I led. You can find details on the course web there, including an interview with me in national media. And I work also in the research group at the Institute, Telecommunications Software Systems Group, or TSSG. Again, I'm one of the founders of that group, and you can see on the website there the range of applied, basic and commercialization activities in the research centre. Okay, our course, it's about web development, particularly about the development of secure, testable APIs and applications. So we're looking at modern development tools, languages and techniques. Core mission is to get you foundation set of skills. So we're assuming you're in general familiar with the web, but perhaps not necessarily with the languages and tools we're going to focus on specifically. So we'll look at prerequisites, how you might prepare for the course, overview, how we run the labs, which are a critical part of the course itself, assessment and the actual schedule itself. I'm assuming you have general exposure to HTML, JavaScript and CSS at this stage. If it's very cursory, then I am providing preparatory material for you just to brush up, or maybe if you are familiar, just to get into the zone of the way I'll be working. So in that preparatory material, you will have a chance to measure your skills and see are they close enough to what we need to make sense of the program. 5 major topics in these blocks here: front-end foundation, APIs, Node and happy applications, models, persistence and deployment, tester development and single-page applications. I will be on site to deliver these topics. That is the subject of our lectures and labs during the schedule, which I'll discuss shortly. And these other topics will be covered before and after my arrival. This one I'll be providing material starting now, and the follow-up topic 4 here, we'll continue with a series of webinars after I return at the end of my stay. Okay, let's look at those then for a little while. Front-end foundation. As I mentioned, we just need to review quickly the core features of HTML5. I will be using a CSS library called Semantic UI, which allows us to get some attractive interfaces without spending too much time in the depths of CSS. Some basic jQuery, providing some labs there just to review the basic function of that library. You will need to be reasonably comfortable with Chrome Developer Tools, the DOM, and I'll be using WebStorm IDE, but you're free to use another IDE if you like. This material is available. I'll tour it shortly. You could start it today if you wanted, just to get a feel for it. And if you complete the labs in this section, then you'll be ready to roll when I arrive. Second block is where we kick off the course proper. We're going to review APIs in general and the AJAX mechanism for interacting with web services. But our primary focus is on Node development, and Node is the main challenge throughout the course. Understanding Node, building Node applications, and securing, deploying and testing them. In this block, we'll be focusing on the HAPI library, H-A-P-I, which is a very prominent node development framework, which I think you will like. Second block is to go beyond basic applications to models. We'll be exploring NoSQL databases and MongoDB in particular, and we'll be using the Mongoose object mapping system. This block will allow us to build apps that can remember and persist data, and also we'll be exploring validation and deployment here. Test-driven development is critical to modern application development of all styles, and we will be reviewing the basic principles of TDD, as well as then exposing the work we'll have done to date as an API and making that API testable, and indeed writing those tests. We'll also be wandering into the world of JSON web tokens and securing APIs to ensure we've got a robust implementation. This will conclude the block for my tour in Regensburg. When I return, or maybe just at the tail end, we might introduce this while I'm there, we'll be looking at single page applications. These are the world of rich clients, that is JavaScript frameworks that allow us to build compelling, interactive and very versatile front ends for the back end we'll already have built. I'll be taking you through the Aurelia framework, which I find one of the most elegantly designed and robust frameworks out there. Other frameworks in this category, you may have heard of Angular or Ember or React. They're all in the same family of technologies. So that's roughly it. Front-end foundation, I'll be hoping you will do. Single page applications, I will be doing on a return. I've marked it as optional, so you may finish at test-driven API development, but undertaking the assignment to include SPA will deliver a bonus. So it does provide significant incentives for you to go on to cover 5. The assessment is a single project which will embody the full range of technology we have just encountered. That assessment draft is available on the link there, and there's a grading spectrum on that link to give you an idea of how the assessment is marked. It's a single assignment, not to be delivered when I am in Regensburg, but when I conclude the final block. In fact, we may deliver this in early January. I'll discuss that with your tutors. For the lab, if you're bringing your own laptops, we want Node, WebStorm or Visual Studio Code. We'll be installing TypeScript, MongoDB and the Heroku development toolbelt and associated frameworks and libraries as we go along. A standard issue laptop will be fine. It doesn't require, none of these tools require very powerful workstations. Our schedule then, the material I'm making available, you could take on these times here if you like, but I'm putting it all up in advance. I might put up short videos on those weeks just to give you some guidance. Post-tuition then, these are the dates when I will be running seminars. I'm not sure if it'll be exactly those times yet, but we can work that out as we go along. This is the schedule on site, agreed with your tutors. Prior to the course, I'll be available on the course website in your Moodle environment. There's a forum established there. I will answer questions as they arise. And I also have my own website set up for you, which I'm going to give you a short overview here now in a moment. And this also has a chat room there, which you might care to look at as we get closer to the event. This is the website containing our course material. I've just been through these introductory slides here. And in fact, the video I am talking to you from is available here. And these are the preliminary topics I have been mentioning. Quick overview of HTML and templates. You can see some slide decks here. It'll go overview the prerequisite knowledge I'm expecting. And you might do these labs. These are labs that will take you through the early stages of building a simple website and how to incorporate templating into a website. These are step-by-step instructions. and the other labs will explore how to style a website using modern frameworks. Labs very much expect you to read through the labs, create some projects, copy and paste code into your own editor environments, and explore in detail the overall effect of completing these instructions. So the topics in the prerequisite are, I just pointed, HTML, C++, JavaScript review here, and then DOM and jQuery here. jQuery Lab, for instance, takes you through the basics of building a very simple interactive website with jQuery JavaScript library to provide the interactivity. Okay, I look forward to seeing you in October. I did visit last year. I really enjoyed my stay in your wonderful city. In fact, the course is still online. I have a link to it in the slide deck. So if you're curious about the kind of topics we'll be doing later, then you will be able to find the course as delivered last year here. Now I will be updating this substantially, so it's not really the finished article yet, but if you're curious about the various topics we'll be encountering, you'll be able to find all of those on last year's site. And last year's site is available on this link here. Okay, thanks for your attention. I am looking forward to interacting with you on my arrival. The course itself is very practical and hands-on. I won't be doing too much talking, although I will be giving you short 20-minute lectures throughout the few days we have. But you'll be doing stuff a lot of the time. So if you choose to enroll, good idea if you had a go at the preliminary material I've posted, and also if you make sure, if you're bringing your own laptops, that they're configured and ready to roll. Last year went quite well, I think. We didn't have any problems with configuring our people's equipment. It all seemed to go fairly smoothly, and I was very pleased with the range and scale of the assignments which I received. So that was a fulfilling experience. That's it for me. Look forward to seeing you then, and over and out.